What's going on, everybody? The version 2.7 drip marketing just happened, like quite literally just a few days ago, right? We got two 5 stars that were revealed for version 2.7. No 4-star or anything like that, but it wouldn't really make sense to have a 4-star because this is gonna be one hell of a patch, okay? Star Rail has already been, on a generational run since launch, but 2.7 is going to be one of the craziest patches that we've ever seen. There might not even be a 2.8 or 2.9. We might even jump straight into 3.0. This is looking very prologue-y, and I'll get into that, right? So the first character here is Sunday, right? The same Sunday that we saw in the Penacony arc, right? Back in the early 2.x patches. That Sunday, right? It's not Saturday, it's not Friday, it's not Monday, it's Sunday, right? So he's a 5-star. He's Imaginary Harmony, and he's got a slightly different outfit. His drip is a little bit different than in, the story, like in game. So very interested to see which direction they're gonna take with Sunday. We kind of had a feeling that he was gonna be playable for quite some time, but here now we know that he's coming in version 2.7. So this text here, right, this says extraterrestrial satellite communication Sunday. There's always a paradise that needs to be built. That vow is like the sun in the sky. Perhaps I'll melt and fall before reaching it, but some hardships I must endure. The dream of the order has dissipated, yet there are still those who will not give up on their original intent. The javeler whose wings were clipped, where to shall his footsteps lead? So there's a little spoiler for the Penacony arc, right? But yeah, the order, right? They were being a little shifty, right? They were being a little sneaky, and it didn't work, right? All that stuff. That's like crazy paraphrasing, but I don't want to really spoil anything, but I'm sure most people watching this have already played through the story anyways. But here's Sunday, right? Sunday is the 5-star coming in the first half of 2.7. So we're gonna be going through 2.6, which is dropping in like a week and a couple days, and the only new character there's Rappa. But after 2.6 is gonna be 2.7, right? So I'm obviously, like literally everybody else, I'm more hyped for 2.7 than 2.6. But that is Sunday, okay? The second character is a Ting Yun, a 5-star Ting Yun. So we're getting a Sunday and Ting Yun 5-star form all in one patch. Okay, that's why I said 2.7 is gonna be generational. Okay, this is gonna be like earth-shattering even for Honkai Star Rail standards. And this game has already been popping off every single update pretty much since launch. There's been some filler updates, right? 2.4 might not have been the best, 1.1, right? But 2.7 though, oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. So here we can see Fugue, right? 5-star form for Tingyun. Her drip is a little bit different. I think her hair looks a little longer too. Her tail looks a little more fluffier. I don't know if they're gonna make her tail that big in game. I mean, that thing's like gargantuan. She's like a 9-tailed fox. And then in the reflection here, we can see the original Ting Yun. So, of course, we have 4-star Ting Yun playable in the game. She's been here since launch. I'm really curious as to, who that Ting Yun actually is. If that's Fentilia, right? Like, do we technically have Fentilia playable as Ting Yun? I don't know. Very interesting to think about, but here's Fugue, right? 5-star Fire Nihility. Of course, we don't know anything about their kits. There's some leaks, but I don't want to get into that because that's speculation. So this says extraterrestrial satellite communication. Fugue, benefactor through the cosmos stretches far and wide, and the stars fill the sky. As long as we hold each other in our thoughts, there will always be a chance for a reunion. A tactful foxing girl whose appearance, name, and identity have all been stolen. We know that. The fates have left her a thread of chance at survival, yet the brand of destruction still rises with anticipation. The one in a Fugue who has experienced life and death and is given a new life, when was able to return home. So we have a little idea as to who this is, right? Just a little bit of an idea as to who this character here actually is. But I'm really interested to see what the story for 2.7 will be, right? Because usually with patches, whenever a character comes out in the story, right, it's usually themed around one single region. There was 1.4, I guess, which had Jingliu and Topaz come out, but that patch, you know, 1.4 was not like 2.7. You know, that patch arguably was pretty filler. It had story, right? It had story, it had lore, right, with Jing Liu and all that, but we've seen more story focused, you know, patches, right? But this one, right, we have a Penakuni character and then we have a Shinjo character, so it's like, you know, what's going on here? You know, what's going on here? I'm actually, you know, me personally, I'm so, you know, interested in 2.7. I'm not even gonna look at the leaks, right? The 2.7 leaks are probably gonna start coming out, you know, when 2.6 drops, or maybe like a day or two after, right? We're gonna be able to see, you know, the events are gonna be leaked for 2.7. The kits for the characters are gonna be leaked, right? I'm not gonna cover them, but I'm just saying they're gonna be leaked. The gameplay, if there's a new map or a new like map expansion, it's gonna be leaked too. Everything for the 2.7 patch is gonna be leaked because of the beta, right? I'm not gonna look at it though, okay? I'm not gonna be looking at it because, you know, I usually don't look at leaks, right? I'm not usually going out of my way to look at leaks, but especially here, right? I'm just gonna try to avoid the leaks as much as I can. I am so hyped for these two characters, but you know, there's really not much else to say here, right? There's Sunday, there's Fugue. They're two 5 stars, both of the 5 stars coming in version 2.7. All of Honkai Star Rail. I guess maybe I could, you know, give a little insight on how they work potentially. Sunday, you know, low-key, bro, I got no idea, but I bet you a lot of people are gonna be pulling for him. Me personally though, I have Red May, I have E3 S1 Sparkle. I got really lucky on their banner. I got E2 Bronya. Sunday would have to be like 9 Harmony units all in one little bundle for me to want to go for him. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be saving up for the next like pure fiction focused character, or the next like Firefly, you know, that or then like the next Acheron, that kind of, you know, the next like really strong DPS. But I mean, my account, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad right now. Right now, I got to a point where I'm just building 5 stars for fun, but I'm really, you know, interested in going for that next DPS, especially now that I got Topaz for the funsies. Fugue though. Fugue is speculated to be a Harmony Trailblazer power creep, right? So apparently the way that, you know, apparently like Firefly's best in slot team comp would be, of course, Firefly herself, Ren Mei, Fugue, and then Lingsha, right? Kind of like how Lingsha power crept Gallagher, Fugue here might power creep Harmony Trailblazer, but it doesn't really matter because Harmony Trailblazer is still good enough. Unless she's making the content Star Rail hella trivial, which it already is trivial outside of that rigid universe, then she wouldn't really be worth it. So even if she's awesome, even if you love Ting Yun, right, if you like, these are two very hyped characters, right, all in one patch. 2.7 is gonna be revolutionary for Star Rail, but if Sunday is like Yukong tier, I don't think he will be, because the lore, the characters who are, you know, strong lore wise are typically strong, you know, meta wise. But if Sunday here is like Yukong level, then he might not be worth going for, right? Just be careful, right? You know, you don't want to pull for a unit who is buns just because, you know, you like them. If you want to, that's your thing, but you really gotta be careful, right? Fugue here, if she's only fractionally better than Harmony Trailblazer, then she really just isn't worth it. She would have to be like trivializing Harmony Trailblazer, making her, like, rendering her useless, you get what I mean? But that's really about it, right? That's it, you know. Just be careful with the banners. You know, I bet you they're gonna be good. They're gonna be 2 solid characters. I bet you their kits are gonna work really well. This line right here is tough. The fates have left her a thread of chance at survival. That's tough. Yet the brand of destruction still rides with anticipation. That's tough as hell. I want to go for her. I just hope that she's good. But yeah, I'm ending this one off here. I'll see y'all. Goodbye.